What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Brawl Stars video. Today, I have got something awesome to tell you. New sneak peeks are out, and guys, we have got some awesome stuff to talk about. Now, I know a lot of you were under the impression, based on the Brawl talk, that there wasn't a lot coming in this update. It was just going to be QOL stuff. It wasn't going to be, some really amazing stuff other than, the Supercell ID we all knew about, and that there was a new skin coming out. But with that said, guys, we have got a lot to talk about, actually. There's a full-on list of stuff here to discuss, and I really am excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, Supercell ID is one of the main things that needed to be integrated into the game to go into a global release scenario. They've said this over and over and over again, that they were going to bring it with global. Well, this isn't the global update, but with that said, we definitely could be a lot closer because it is now added. Also, iOS and Android players, specifically players that got an iOS device to originally play Brawl Stars and still want to use their Android phones, or Android tablets, and maybe want to go back to them after all this time of using iOS, actually are going to be able to now and play the same exact account. You can link the same account to multiple devices, even if they're on different platforms, which is really fantastic. On top of that, guys, I believe that this is going to make me able to actually set another account up on my iPad and be able to use two different accounts to record videos, which means that we should be getting a so-called Iron Man level 1 account together very soon that I'm extremely excited about. That's going to be an awesome series to run, and I'm going to be able to play with some people that I definitely needed to have a mini to play with because I didn't want to lose trophies on my main. And guys, you might be like, hey Chicken, that's awesome, Supercell ID is great and all. Who is the new skin for? I really want to know. Well, guys, I think a lot of you are going to be really happy with this one. We have got Mortis getting a brand new skin, but as you guys can see, Mortis looks quite a bit different already without having any new skin, and that's because he got a total redesign. His 3D model was recreated from the ground up. Absolutely looks fantastic in my opinion. His shovel looks a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more, I don't know, fitting of his character in my opinion, I guess. And on top of that, I feel like he looks almost a little bit more vampiric, Beforehand, he looked a little bit cartoony. This time, he has like a sort of ironclad style to him, and he fits in a lot better with the rest of the brawlers. Like, if you compare the original model for Mortis to, Frank, it's not even a contest, man. But this one can definitely stand its own. I mean, not actually against Frank, but like the model, Anyways, guys, we have got Rockabilly Mortis, which is basically Greaser Mortis. Looks absolutely fantastic. His shovel has been switched out with a comb. He has that fantastic do going on there. And those fuzzy dice, you gotta have the fuzzy dice, right? Going to be attached to the end of his shovel, which is actually, a comb. So all around, I mean, looks pretty dope. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. We're going to show it off in game in just a second. So we'll go ahead and buy it right now. Now, this is not on the actual main game. We will be buying it and making a video on it in the main game anyways. But guys, this is actually really fantastic. I think it's an awesome skin. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section below. But let's just go ahead and get into some matches. And guys, as I'm scrolling through this, you're probably like, wait a second, Chicken. I see some names I'm not so familiar with. What's going on there? Well, guys, we have got 15, count them up, 15 new maps being added to the game. That is in Gem Grab, Ancient Cavern, Echo Chamber, Flooded Mine, in Bounty, Canal Grand, which is actually a really cool map. I think you guys are going to absolutely love that one. In Heist, we have Bone Tunnel, Cactus Corral, Fancy Fencing, and Forks Out. In Brawl Ball, we have Puddle Splash, Sneaky Field, Super Stadium. And finally, guys, my favorites come in Showdown. We've got Cavern Churn, Hot Maze, Island Invasion, and Scorched Stone. Some really amazing maps here, guys. Specifically, I think you guys really should check out Canal Grand in Bounty and in Showdown, whether it be duos or solos. They're both absolutely fun and fantastic, in my opinion. I think that Island Invasion has to be one of my favorite maps in the entire game. So we're going to go ahead and just do a bot game with Mortis with his brand new skin. And we're playing some Island Invasion, my man. Oh, this is so cool. So as you can see, we are not Chicken. But yeah, guys, so he doesn't have like a new animation or anything, but he just looks really dope. So all around, I mean, I can really appreciate that. He just looks super cool, which is awesome. Oh, we need to back off now, actually. We're going to get killed by we're gonna get killed straight up by a Poco. That's definitely not what you want to have happen. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and run over here. We're gonna take out this Penny if we can. We should be able to pretty easily. And yeah, that's gonna be Penny going down. But yeah, guys, look at this skin. I mean, from the top down in game, I don't know if it looks nearly as good as in the actual, you know, preview window, but it still looks pretty awesome. Having that gigantic, you know, your shovel isn't necessarily a shovel anymore. Having a gigantic comb, I think that's pretty awesome. Oh my god. Well, this gives me the opportunity to show off yet another really fantastic feature. Unfortunately, you can't actually move around on the screen, but you have auto spectate now, which means that when you do die, then you're going to be able to actually watch what happens afterwards. You know, a lot of times in solo showdown, if you just die in a normal solo showdown or duo showdown, then you just get kicked out of the game. That's it. But a lot of times also, if you're in friendly showdown, you'll get kicked out of the game. That's it. But then you want to just run all the way back to the room and go to your band or whatever, find a friend that's still alive in the game, and then spectate them to see how it ends. Well, now we don't need to do that anymore. Now we can actually spectate every single showdown match after we die to see how it ends, maybe. And I really cannot say enough how much I appreciate that, because that's the kind of feature that we've all wanted for a really long time, but it hasn't probably been like way high up on the list of priorities. You know, base foundational, you know, features that make the game what it is are probably going to be more appreciated and a little bit higher on the list of priorities for the dev team than something like a spectate after death function in literally just one game mode. But with that said, guys, we've got it now, which is really amazing. You got depressed Greaser Mortis there, but it's cool. You can just you know, swoop through his hair like that real quick, and he'll be good to go again. So we're gonna do one more showdown map here. I'm not gonna do all of them today. I want you guys to experience them on your own, and also other content creators will be favoring other maps, and they'll cover them as well. Let's go ahead and cover Hot Maze, because I feel like that's going to be the new hotbed for throwers. But at the same time, the middle area definitely isn't too conducive to throwers. I think long rangers actually kind of have the advantage. So all around, I mean, some really interesting things going on here. But this is like a straight up maze map. I really, really like it. I think that it's got a lot of potential to just be a lot of fun. With that said, there are a lot of little tunnels, you know, the little 1x1 areas or 2x1 areas where I think that maybe your tanks like Bull are probably going to end up getting stuck and taken out by throwers. So we'll have to see how it goes. I don't know how this map is going to go down, but there are a lot of little divots and things that people can hide in, and I really appreciate that. You know, there's a lot of different strategies that can really be focused on in this particular map, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, moving on forward, guys, we've got 4 power-ups. We're basically unstoppable here. I don't know if anybody could beat us at this point. I mean, we're Greaser. We are already pretty fantastic and powerful as it is, and I'm gonna die again. Well, let's go ahead and see how Botanita does things. She's got her bear, and she's gonna heal right back up. Mortis just admitting defeat there, apparently. And we've got another bear. That's cool. I thought another thing that was supposed to happen here was for spectators. I didn't think we were supposed to see, maybe that's just mine actually. The souls, I thought we were supposed to not see souls, but maybe it's just spectating, you know, when you're actually spectating fully, and you're not necessarily spectating as auto spectate after death. As you can see, Nita's bear is a little bit OP in this map as well. Kind of corners people. Not a lot that you can do once you're in a divot hiding, and a bear just kind of walks in on you like, hey, how's it going? You know? So it doesn't work out exactly that well. With that said, guys, we have got some really, really awesome things that I want to show you that still have not been talked about in this video. Unfortunately, I cannot show you it completely, but with that said, we have got something really, really awesome here. First and foremost, you actually can see right now that you're going to be credited if you do come up with a map that's included in the game. You will get credited in the game. Like, how cool is that? Okay, but other than that, you're going to see that occasionally these little mods, these event mods, are going to pop up. So they're called event mods, and basically there's a whole bunch of different things that can happen. Right now we have 4 of them being added. That is Life Leech, Robo Boss, Energy Drink, and Meteor Showers. So basically that's going to modify the experience of the game mode in particular. Now, from what I understand, you can actually go into friendly games and attach any mod you want to it, but for actual just normal gameplay, there's going to be specific mods that are spawned with each map as they come into the queue. So basically, guys, Life Leech is going to make players constantly lose health, and they have to deal out damage to other players to heal back up. 50% of damage dealt will be healed, which is really cool stuff. I think there's a lot of opportunity here for some fun stuff to happen. And then dead players do drop life skulls, which will fully heal you. So all around, I mean, I think that that's pretty amazing. They'll probably be balancing it and everything because right now it's really hectic. But maybe that's what they're going for. Who knows? Anyways, going on, we've got Robo Boss, which is going to spawn a boss and attack the nearest target. I haven't actually been able to play that one yet, but there's some really amazing things that can come from that. Trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got Energy Drink, which is going to increase the damage you do by 300% or times 3, and movement speed. And then picking up another power-up is going to refresh the duration of that power-up, not necessarily adding to it. Then we've got Meteor Shower, which is going to preferentially target teamers. So, you know, those teamers, those dirty teamers, they're going to get knocked out by gigantic meteor showers, just like falling down from the sky and just blowing up, which is really amazing, honestly. I'm actually a really big fan of this particular solution to teaming, so I can't wait to see it in the main game in practice. Now, there are some other quality of life changes I don't really want to take the time to cover right now, but we are going to be having the third and fourth event rotations changed up a little bit. So in the third event, Brawl Ball, Bounty, and Heist will be in rotation. And then the fourth event will have all game modes in rotation and always has a mod active, except, you know, when ticketed events do come into play. So, you know, during the weekends, you're not going to have mods active, but otherwise, you're always going to have some goofy, funny, over-the-top mod attached to a game mode in this final slot, which I could really appreciate. That means that we're always going to be able to go into a video or go into just a play session and expect something out of the final game mode that's available to us, you know, the fourth slot there. So I really, really like this. I think that it's definitely the way to go. And yeah, just mods, they're just a lot of fun, man. Now, guys, we have a bunch of other things that were done. So there's social improvements. Band members are shown in the friends list. Band chat has a new messages line. Friends list displays last online time for friends, which definitely is much appreciated. You don't have to go to the band now or find them in their own band to be able to see, you know, how long it's been since they've been online. Players in the game room now have an in a game room status displayed, which, you know, there was a similar one before, but that's cool. And then game room owner now receives a message in the end game screen if someone has joined the room while they were battling. So if someone left and joined, or you had, you know, a full-on friendly showdown game that was running and maybe there were only 9 spots that filled up, then if someone joins, you will get a message about that if you're the room owner, which is nice. Now we've got some balance changes, and oh boy, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. First off, we have a few buffs. Now, Penny got a buff. She got her main attack projectile size increased by 50%, which is fine. You know, that's definitely going to be really, really powerful. I'm a big fan of that. Then we have an increase on damage output for Pam. Every single shot going to do an additional 20 damage, and she needs 1 less hit to fully charge up her super. All around, guys, I think that that's pretty insane, and I think that the 20 damage is going to sort of understate how impactful it's really going to be. But when she shoots that many shots, you know, 20 damage means a lot. It's going to stack up very quickly. So I think that Pam's probably going to be very, very meta after this particular change. So next up, guys, Frank got hit by the nerf hammer. I think we all kind of expected this one, going from 6 1/3 tiles to 6 tiles on his main attack range, and then 7 1/3 tiles to 7 tiles on his super range. Definitely kind of expected this one. I think we all did. And then he got sort of a buff as well, so he can pick up a power-up from a defeated brawler, even though his current power-up is already active, to totally refresh the duration of his damage increase. So I really actually think that that's just a quality of life change, but it is an indirect buff as well. And then Sarah got a nerf. Her main attack damage is going to go down from 400 to 380, only minus 20, and with 3 shots per attack, it's really not that huge of an impact. You know, 60 damage per main attack overall. I mean, that's really not terrible. Pardon the pun. Anyways, and then we've got one final change to balance, which isn't actually on a brawler. We've got Robo Rumble bots are now going to enrage after 90 seconds, which gives them a huge speed increase, which means, guys, we're not going to be able to go ahead and use that Mortis exploit, if you will, to go ahead and run around the map and sort of just lead those early bots around the map to be able to get 13, 14 as our max time. It's over. The last time to do it was going to be the last Robo Rumble, and it will not happen again. So now, guys, we've got a few changes that are sort of just oddball. They don't fit into any real predetermined category here, so I'm just going to talk about them real quick. We've got Dragon Knight Jesse's turret now having a flame effect. Well, we got to see that one. Now I got to see it in practice, man. That's going to be super cool. We'll go to Hot Maze. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's do this. Here, I'll just buy this up real quick, and we'll see that new flame effect. That sounds super cool. So I got to show it off. Man. Yeah, that's gonna be super cool, guys. All right, so let's kill this Ricochet real quick. Take him out real fast. Get half of our super. We need to find one other victim, guys. Who's gonna be victim number 2? It's a Bo. Hey, Bo. Hey, Bo. Bo. Come on, Bo. There we go. There we go, Bo. There we go. All right, so now we got a flame effect apparently on this turret. We're going to set it right up in the middle of the map and wait for more people to move in towards it. So let's see what we got. Maybe it's only when it attacks someone, actually. That's probably what it is. So we're going to go ahead and just take these power-ups if we can. And, oh, look at that, dude. Did you see it? Did you see the flame effect? Oh, man, that's cool. All right. Yeah, coming right out the front of it, like when it's shooting the projectiles there, when it's shooting its bullets or whatever, it actually shoots fire out of the front of its mouth too. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. That's actually really cool. All right, so we're taking some hits right here, unfortunately. Okay, you know what, Jesse? You know what? You want to tussle? Would you like to tussle? Let's tussle. Let's tussle. It's not going to go too well for you, bot Jesse. Anyways, we've got a Colt right here. We no longer have a Colt right here. And now we've got Showdown, guys. We're going to set up that turret right in this little middle area right here. And hopefully it gets some value. Pam is just running for the hills, guys. This is embarrassing. This is just straight up embarrassing. Anyways, we're going to just force her into this little divot here. Hey, Pam. How's it going? How's it going, Pam? She's like, oh, shoot. Now I'm cut off. Yeah, that's straight up embarrassing. Anyways, you got a nice little flame effect on Jesse's turret. That's cool. And guys, we have also got total victories are now going to become 3v3 victories in player profiles, which, I think that's something you can probably appreciate. 3v3 victories, solo victories, duo victories. We're getting more specific as far as what that means. Total victories wasn't necessarily true. It really was 3v3 victories there. So I can appreciate it. Just little changes here to make it seem a little bit more polished of a game. I really appreciate that. Now we've also got something pretty awesome coming to the shop. So if you look over here, you're not gonna see it here apparently. Basically, guys, in the daily deals column, you're going to be able to get your free box here. You're also going to be able to get, as I understand it, in addition to that free box, now that might change, I don't know for sure, a free box for watching an ad. So you're going to be able to get multiple freebies in a day. Also, now all rewards in a box are going to be not doubled, but given an extra 50% of their value after you watch an ad. So just some changes to the ad system coming here. Really don't know exactly how they're going to impact the game and how people are going to respond to it, but I definitely like them. I think that it's going to mean a little bit better of an output. And the really cool thing here is that, if you do get gems in a Brawl box, then you can actually double it, or not necessarily double it anymore, but, watch an ad, get 50% more. I can appreciate that. That's pretty cool. It's better for free-to-play players. Now, there were a few other things that they sort of fixed. There were some bug fixes and things like that, but I don't think there's any reason to really dwell on those and talk too much about them. Guys, this is a really cool update. We're getting a lot of maps. I would not hesitate to call this the map and Supercell ID update because those are the main things that got added. But we've got one final thing to talk about. We can actually view our past victories and defeats in the brand new battle log. So guys, the battle log is located on the home screen right next to the leaderboards button. So you can go ahead and click on that and you're going to see that we do have, a really nice indication of, the brawlers that we went up against. And you're also going to be able to see who it was you went up against. You can click on it and that will actually show their profile. The unfortunate thing here being obviously that we're going up against bots, so I can't really show off that feature in particular. But you can see that it's going to be really, really nice to just go over to a battle log, figure out maybe what teams you were going up against, what teams are you using. Maybe if you went up against the real version of a YouTuber or something in a match, you'll actually have proof of it now, which is really cool. I know a lot of people, get really excited about that in the community. We get a lot of posts on Reddit about that. So definitely, I can really appreciate that. And then just having the ability to, I guess, see who you're going up against and what they were playing. All around, pretty awesome stuff, you know? So as you can also see, it says replays currently disabled. So, you know, they're working on replays. We already knew that. They should be coming, you know, in the not too distant future, possibly even the next update. I can't imagine they're more than 6 months out on replays, guys. I really can't. I think that they've been working on it for quite a while now, and obviously they've explained how complicated it is to implement into the game, but at the same time, I think they're probably getting closer and closer to making replays happen, which I cannot stress enough is a very, very exciting thing for pretty much everybody. You know, whether you're a, you know, hardcore player that plays at the top level, you know, a player that's maybe just a casual player, but does eventually get those really awesome highlight wins occasionally that they do want to show off to their friends. Or if you're a content creator, maybe you don't always record all your games. Maybe you know, just sit back, relax, and play some Brawl sometimes like I do. And, you know, occasionally a game pops up that you really want to show all of your subscribers. So, you know, there's really no bad angle to it. It's going to be awesome when it eventually does get added. And this is just the first step in getting towards it. So all in all, guys, this update is pretty awesome. I think you'll agree. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun matches to play after it comes out, whether it be because, you know, we can actually go into friendly showdowns and just spectate until the end with no interruptions now. Awesome stuff. Whether it means that, you know, we can actually spectate friendly showdowns after we die and, you know, as a result, play in our own tournaments. That's pretty awesome. Whether it be, you know, going into some community-made maps that are really, really awesome because we got 15 of them in this update, which will be friggin' just fantastic. I'm super excited about all of these maps. They are really that good, guys. Again, I cannot stress this enough. They are really well made. There's just a lot of really awesome things coming in this update. You know, Supercell ID, we got the battle logs, we got the new Mortis skin and the redesign on Mortis. It really isn't, you know, the biggest content drop, but at the same time, it is really, really impactful and definitely just builds to sort of make that foundation that they've mentioned before of the game even more sturdy, even better than it already was, and move towards the eventual, hopeful global release of the game. But guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thank you so very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are as excited as I am for this update. It should be coming soon, hopefully. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.